how's it going, guys?
Hi.
Everybody say hello.
Hello.
So we're here tonight with some of our art team, which is pretty exciting. A lot of you guys have sent in some awesome art, some of which you can see in the corner of the screen there, just sort of rotating. We're going to go through some of it in detail, and this lovely art team is going to also show off some of their own art, some concept art, which they have worked on, and they'll talk about your art and tell you, like, oh, we really like this part, maybe you could work on this, that kind of thing. So we're pretty excited, and there are also some prizes. This is why we've got, this one.
Yeah.
You know him already.
Giving away my stuff.
Yeah. So for every piece of art that we actually go through and discuss, that person's going to win a prize. And then these guys have also picked their favorites as well, their favorite piece of art, and that person's going to win another prize, a slightly bigger prize, if you will. So we've got an event coming up this weekend.
Yes.
Which sort of ties into the prize. So maybe we'll let Andrew quickly explain what that is, and then we're going to jump into the art team and let them introduce themselves and tell you guys what they do a little bit.
All right.
Cool.
There's an event.
So
this weekend there will be a Kingdom event. Essentially, it is the finale of the Anir saga, so week 3. In this event, you'll kind of be battling it out amongst yourselves to see which side wins. You don't really need to opt into which side you want to support in your solar, but everyone kind of has their favorite. So as a kingdom, you'll be able to participate in battles, win points, and use boosters and gain an additional benefit from your ancient. Of course, everyone wants to know why they should do this, and the main reason will be you can win the Sleeping Flame sigils, which allow you to upgrade a Nier or Solric to rare or epic, and that is over there somewhere in
top corner.
Some beautiful artwork made by, unfortunately, a member that is not here right now.
What?
Didn't
Glenn.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I did the, oh no I didn't.
Wait, I did that one.
Oh, you did?
Oh.
I did.
Okay.
Oh.
What's a flame
We
signal?
can talk about it later.
That one.
And then we'll also be giving, and then there will also be another prize for the players who are working to try extra hard, which will allow you to send your Anir or Solric to Legendary. So this will be...
I also did this one.
Oh, wow, so Vicky did both of these. Amazing.
Uh-huh. Some of us do work here, you know.
I know. It's terrible. You guys are suckers.
And some of us just talk about it.
Oh wow.
So, during the event, your kingdoms will all have a chance at these prizes. We will also be giving out some of these prizes tonight. So, for all of the artists that are shown on stream, they will receive a Sleeping Flame sigil, and they can take a Nier or Solric to rare or epic, depending on the current level. And for the one that these lovely folks have chosen, that artist will be able to take a Nier or Solric to legendary. What's great about this is they pick the winner and not me, so it's all
But speaking of art, Andrew is not actually one of our artists, but he probably could be.
Oh, of course. I'm a talented individual.
So this is some of Andrew's art.
Yes, so I'll just critique my art real quickly. So you'll see this artwork popping up. I figure you're going to be talking about this tonight as well.
Yes, this is the kind of thing I get. It's called art direction.
Yes, sometimes the artists just need a little bit of help to
Yeah.
get
Yeah,
inspired and
I need
motivated.
a lot of help, you know.
So you can see here in my composition, I really went for like Anir versus Solric, and they're mad. That's why they're shaking their fists. So
Right.
it's obviously
Yeah.
there's conflict going on.
So does this one have wings on the right? Or?
No, that is fire.
It's like
And
a
it's
fire
Oh,
fire
it's
wing.
wings.
fire.
Yeah,
Yes.
he also specified it as yellow fire.
Yes,
It's
because-
very important.
Solric is more like red, chaotic, evil fire,
Yeah.
which is red, duh.
Right.
And Anir is more like pure, nice, holy-ish.
Mhm.
His flame is much more yellow, much more pure.
And I was a bit
Okay.
confused, like, should they be happy to see each other because they're brothers? But no, Andrew specified that they're angry.
You can see the squiggly
They're fighting.
between them. There's a squiggly line of tension.
And I just get it instantly.
Yes, and then the end result, which you will see in game or talk about
Yeah.
later, is excellent. But you can see that we could only get to the end result with my high-quality art direction.
Thanks to Andrew's direction.
It's the first
yeah.
step, yeah.
Otherwise, you probably wouldn't have had any
I
idea
just wouldn't know what to do.
Yes.
It would probably probably would have been better.
Yeah, no doubt. But anyways, let's get rid of Andrew's awesome art, and let's introduce the art team. So, we've got
Vicky.
Vicky, I'm a 3D artist. Yes.
Sam, I'm a 2D artist.
And I'm Martin. I'm a concept artist.
correct. I am not an artist, so you will not see any of my art, even though it's probably better than Andrew's. But anyways.
Whatever.
So yeah, like we said, we had so much wicked art sent in from you guys. I think it was maybe near 100 different pieces or something. Just so you guys know, the stuff that you submitted over social media, that's a whole different batch of prizes. So you guys will still get those prizes. This is a different set of prizes that you guys are getting today. So don't worry about that. You know, if you miss the stream or something, you're still gonna get your prizes that you won on social media. Not to worry. Anyways. We thought that we would start off with chatting a little bit about each of their individual work, and they can tell you a little bit about how they do the stuff they do, what they look for, things they take into consideration, maybe how long it takes them to even complete a piece of art that they work on. And then we're going to take a look at some of yours more in depth.
Cool.
All right, so maybe let's start with Martin.
Okay.
You're like, okay, let's do. Tell us a little bit about
Okay.
this guy.
So my main role in the company is I paint the ancients. This ancient hasn't been released yet. He's called Father Frost. He's for the holiday season. He might look kind of familiar. So this right now is an early stage. Actually, before that, I usually do thumbnail sketches just to get the pose right. But this is after that stage, and this is when I'm blocking out the character, putting lighting, and yeah, the pose has been properly defined at this point. And you'll see, if you look closely, you'll see some of the brush strokes.
Very cool.
I use for this one in particular, I use like a rake brush, which is basically, it just looks like a series of dots, like a line of dots, but it creates this rake effect, which is a really great way of getting texture into your character.
Cool.
So this is a more defined version of the character. This is probably a day in, and you can see it's a lot tighter now at this stage. And if you go to the next one.
Yep.
So then once I've got the grayscale to the stage I'm happy with, I'll put it on the background for that ancient, which in this case is ice. And obviously, because he's Father Frost. And I will put some flat colours on, and you can see I went for a blue colour scheme with just some warm colours in the gloves and the fur. And as you go to the next, and that's it with the final colours finished.
Very
Waiting
nice.
for
We
VFX.
call it polish.
Yeah.
Artist loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks very, very neat indeed. And speaking of Father Frost, we're going to give you a little preview of Father Frost coming soon, I think even next week, so stay tuned for that.
Are we taking
Very
questions
cool.
from these guys about?
Yeah, of course. If you guys have any questions for the art team, then feel free to fire them out.
While we wait for the delay, I have a question. I've been
Yes.
wondering this for a while. 'Cause you go from the grayscale to the colored.
Yeah.
You don't actually like replace it with a colored one. Do you use like a one with like does it convert the grayscale or?
Yeah, you're putting flat colour over the top, and it's just working out the sort of values.
Yes, it's a
Right.
Photoshop thing. So if you painted something in grayscale, you can add another layer with a blending mode, and what it does is it takes the color information and applies that to the grayscale thing you've already painted. So effectively, oh, lights are going off. It's getting romantic in here.
So it's like an alpha channel kind of thing.
No, it's like
No.
you have a light gray and a dark gray, and then you put a layer of red over it. This is now dark red, and this is light red. Get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's
just like-
simple as that, yeah.
Okay. How is
It's
that not like an alpha channel? Black is clear, white is shown.
it's
That's transparency.
yeah. It's not an alpha channel. It's
Alright.
it's a color blending mode.
So I'm using the wrong word.
I mean, you can
Maybe.
add direction, but
Wouldn't be the
the
first.
Yeah.
technical stuff, just leave it to us.
Simon, our one of our founders, is watching, and he says, "Look at Andrew pretending he doesn't know grayscale. Very clear from his picture that he uses grayscale."
to see what happens after Andrew gave me the awesome art direction.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Right. So
we go.
you saw Andrew's piece of art.
I was on a post-it. I had to work in a really small area and still maintain that effect, so it was a challenge.
Right. And so you passed that on to Vicky,
Yes.
and then she had to take his chicken scratchings and basically try to make something out of it. And your mind will probably be blown when you see what she's actually made out of what he came up with.
The difference isn't that much.
Okay. Yeah. So we all remember what his image looked like. So this is then what Vicky turned it into, or
Okay,
the first
so-
step of what Vicky turned it into.
Yeah, this is the first step after the direction, you see. You see, I definitely put the wings, and I definitely put the important characters in there, Anya and Sorik, and they're facing each other, and they're fighting, obviously.
I can feel the tension.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Okay, and then next step is to define like a camera angle, like what looks more dynamic, because they gotta really look at like, the, having a go at each other, and I think there's some basic lighting there.
Is it worth
But-
talking about these are 3D models?
Yes,
Yeah.
these are 3D models.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I didn't realize.
You
Yeah, I'm a
didn't,
3D artist. These are 3D models, and they each have like a skeleton with bones. Basically, I can pose them however I want. They're my puppets. Okay, next one is so the last one already have like basic lighting. Okay, this is just me putting them on a background, setting a scene like where are they fighting exactly, kind of thing, and like give it some god rays in the back, make it more dynamic,
Mhm.
And this is, I think, after VFX first pass, because Andrew specified that you need yellow fire and red fire, and here's what I did. And if there's fire, there's embers, and that's what I put in the foreground as well. Put some more dark smoke in the background, and this is just like a really final step, just polishing, final color correct. Yeah, polish. If you want to be a good artist, you need to know how to polish.
Can we do it before and after?
Yeah.
I was gonna go through them again, kind of quick like, so we can see the stages.
Alright.
But you mean the first and the last
I mean,
one?
the post-it to
Oh, we can show the post-it again as well. Where is it? Oh god, there it is.
Yeah.
So that's what we started out with, and then through Vicky's incredible
Artistic interpretation.
exactly.
I don't see a big difference, alright?
We
the
then
skeletons.
ended up with something like this. So,
Hey!
I basically just feel like I was plagiarized. So.
What?
is it plagiarism if you're all working for the same goal?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I don't know if that would really stand up in court. But I know. So really, really cool to see the progression there of what you sort of start out with to what you end up with is really, really cool. How long does something like that take you?
This thing probably about 3 days. So it takes like the first day to actually post something and render something.
Mhm.
Second day, a lot of the painting, and then the last day polish.
Polish.
Polish,
Polish.
which we heard was super important.
Mhm.
Okay. Neat. Next up, we've got Sam the Man.
Hello. I'm actually going to take you on a journey now from the beginnings of Rival Kingdom. This is when we were in pre-production. You're going to see some very early view into what the world map used to look like, the map of Astara, and how that turned into what it looks like today. So if we start off with this might look very alien to a lot of you because the game never looked like this. So this was a very early prototype for the way the battle system worked in Rival Kingdoms. And you can see there's 3 castles on the screen and a path leading between them. What's quite interesting here is there were only ever going to be 3 visible things on the map. That was the world map, this zoomed in view. And what I was doing here was exploring our style choices, what we wanted the map to look like. Did it look like you were looking down on a land from a very high spot, or did it look like it was a cartographic drawing, or something in between? So if you go to the next image, You see, it's there's one other thing I should have pointed out. The first image. So we took the dark fantasy genre pretty literally when we started off, and you can see this image is pretty dark. Like you cannot see what the heck is going on. So next picture, yeah, it's a bit brighter. You can tell a little bit more what's happening there. Bit illustrative, very painty, and we thought, why not taking inspiration from stuff like Middle-earth, Lord of the Rings maps and things like that? Why not make something that looked a bit more hand-drawn, ink-drawn? So next image, you'll see something that looks a little bit more like a historical cartographic map, and the next image even more so. So by the time we were coming out of pre-production, the next image kind of represents this was what the land of Astara was going to look like in the game. And you may notice it also says Marasia across the map. Spoiler alert, that's what Astara used to be called many moons ago.
I didn't even know that.
I know that this was before we even knew Rival Kingdoms was going to be called Rival Kingdoms.
Wow.
So this is really early days. Yeah, the next step was, okay, we're gonna change the way the battle system works. So no longer were they going to be just 3 castles on this map. You're going to have a whole region in front of you, and there'll be multiple things to pick from, and you'll want to scroll around and look. So we scrapped everything, and the objective was, okay, big, epic, vast world. You're going to see all the continents of Astara, and first step was drawing out this big outline which represents all the different continents. So next step, fleshed out a little bit more. You're starting to see the different regions being filled in. There's like snowy regions up the top, desert region bottom right, and there's mountains that I'm starting to define the shapes for at the top, and the different tree types. Where did I put my water?
Under your foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry guys, I'm not feeling too well, so I gotta take a little water break.
That's okay. It's really interesting to see just sort of how you started out with something and then it changed
We
all
went,
the way
yeah.
along. So how did you start sort of even coming up with these ideas, or why does it change? Why do you change direction? Once you're done coughing, you don't have to answer.
Oh god, that must sound great on the stream. So we went through a few different ideas of how the battle system worked, because we were prototyping the game, and yeah, it's natural that the design reflects the art requirements for the game. So yeah, back to this. Next step was adding in the different regions. So sorry, my throat's gone. Oh dear. And yeah, adding in or making up names for places such as Salareth, Marasia, Norris, Harkin. I got some direction for these from our writer and game designers. They're like, okay, we want to have this region, a snowy region, at some point in the game. You're going to want to track down Forvel, and can you draw in this rocky, snowy region into the map? So it's like, okay, I'll draw that in there.
Did they draw you a sketch on Post-it first?
They did actually draw me a sketch. So, that first picture with the outline of the continents was largely influenced by a biro drawing on some lined paper. So next image, you can see is adding a lot more texture to the map, and adding smaller regions, little places. There's lots of little Easter eggs in there. I'm trying to see. I can't read any of them because they're quite small. But yeah, lots of. I had good fun coming up with the names of a lot of these places and had help from the rest of the team. And you can see that Marasia has now become Astara, as it rightfully should. And last one is, okay, let's make it even bigger. Sorry guys.
Aw.
And yeah, so I extended the map out a little bit more, and you can see there's some more cartographic elements in there, like the lines across the the ocean and the scale in the bottom right. But yeah, that's it. That's the one you see in the game today, I believe. It was quite a big journey. Definitely something that I was working on and off for quite a while, but it's great to see how it came along, and I think definitely for the better.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's my map journey.
I like it. Taking us a journey through the maps. Very cool.
Yeah. Any questions? Fire away. I can fill you in.
Definitely. Yeah. If you guys have any questions for Sam about the journey of the map,
The journey through Astara.
I always love seeing the sort of like, before you see it in game, like what it could have been or
Yeah,
what it might
yeah.
have been.
Oh, there was a lot of that in RK for sure.
Yeah.
For the better, of course.
Oh yeah, I mean it's always worth scrapping things and redoing them because they will be better the second time. A lot of art gets thrown in the bin after its first iteration, and even though you might be happy with how something looks the first time you do it, 99% of the time it's going to look better the second time around you do it, if not third or fourth.
Yeah.
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 So we've gotten a little taster of what these guys do and the stuff that they make, which we're obviously really impressed by here. But we love seeing the stuff that you guys make as well. So, whoa.
Cool.
And we've begun. So,
Okay.
this first one is from Lightblade 63.
Okay, so this was an interesting one because what they've done here is they've actually made it in 3D. I don't know if you can tell from the picture, but they've drawn a soldier, but they've cut out parts of the image, and you can see his legs coming out, the
Yeah, it looks
swords
like
coming
it's
out.
stepping off the page.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. That was quite unique, so I thought that deserved a mention.
Yeah. I think the helmet is very shiny. That's good material definition there. A lot of the time when Martin paint things, especially, it's very important that your skin looks like skin and metal looks like metal. That's a very good artist skill to have.
Yeah, definitely. I like the fact you've got all the details down of the soldier. I mean,
Yeah.
little bag, you know, the wrap around the gloves and everything. It's cool.
Yeah, even like I'm not an artist, but like the ruffle and the clothing and stuff is like really well done.
Yeah, was it watercolors?
I don't know, it looks a bit like colored pencil
Oh,
or
does it?
something. But I don't know.
Maybe it's watercolor pencils.
Oh,
No.
Could be. So yeah, that Lightblade 63, you'll be winning a...
Sleeping Flame Sigil.
There.
That's the only reason I am here, because Dev couldn't remember the name.
Do we need to give constructive feedback or not?
Yeah, you can, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's anything that you can say, like, hey, maybe next time you could try
yeah.
X, Y,
Yeah.
Z, go for it.
Okay.
Well, I think the head is a bit big in this one. I think you just need to work on the body proportion a bit better. Yeah.
This is literally what they do to each other all day.
Yeah, we keep telling each other, you need to change that little bit.
It's the polish process, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, no.
This is very important for an artist
Yeah.
because if you're not getting fed back on your work, then you're not learning, and learning is really important for being an artist, especially if you're doing art as a career, because if you don't improve, then you're not going to make good work.
Yep.
Yeah,
So it
definitely.
really helps to be working alongside guys like this because you learn stuff you'd never pick up on if you're just like drawing by yourself and maybe looking at stuff online. You need other artists to bounce your ideas and concepts off of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume that all of you guys have probably just become better artists by working with each other.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, we've
Yeah,
learned so
definitely.
much since we've been here, actually.
Cool. Next up, King Balian.
Okay. Yeah, this is another one I stuck in because I thought it was worth a mention because they obviously put a lot of time into it. So this is it looks like pencil drawings, had a lot of love, a lot of time trying to shade it and render it. There's a couple of things I wanted to point out for to consider next time. I might have to take a little break because my voice is going.
I think the lighting, you can tell the lighting directions coming from the soldier's left. So lighting direction is also another thing. you should try to consider when you put out your drawings, because it's very important to define the forms and the muscles. To know what time of the day is it. Yeah, so that is a good thing.
I do like the flag. I like the lighting on the flag.
Yeah.
It actually almost looks like there's a bit of bounce light as well. There's this main light source coming from the right top, but there's also feels like a bit of bounce light coming from the ground. I'm not sure if that is the case, but
Bounce light means when the direct light source, say, it hits the ground and it kind of reflects a bit back onto your body from the bottom, pretty much.
Yeah, makes sense. No, yeah, I was very impressed by the flag part of it. I mean, it all looks cool, but the flag especially, I thought, was very lifelike. And next up,
I'll burn everything. I mean, this has just got the right attitude to it, is it? It's really gets Soric as the character. Did I? Maybe. I like it. What do
yeah,
you
it's
think
good.
about it?
It's more fun. This person's not taking it seriously. It's more of like a sort of caricature, I think, of Sora. And that, yeah, I like it. It's a lot of character.
and this one comes to us from, I might pronounce it wrong, but Emoisme? Yeah.
We'll say that.
Yeah, yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, no, definitely made me chuckle when I saw that one. Cool. This one actually comes from a 9-year-old.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
9-year-old Sheba.
That's very
Sent in this one.
talented.
Or I guess her parents sent
Yeah,
this
I mean,
for
you've got the lantern and the puppet and everything. You've got everything down, all the details of the character, and you've even included the joints as well, so it's clear that she's not human. She's part doll herself.
Yeah.
Next up,
Oh,
Epic
this is
Mustache.
epic moustache. Yeah, this one was really cool. Very nice line work.
It's very clean as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, I really like this one. It's great, and the pose is great too. I mean,
Very cool.
Yeah,
And
that's
that, of
it.
course, is Zelonia. I find it so cool that people are just, like the game that much, that they go out and they actually start drawing and rendering these different things. Like,
Actually, yeah, I think he
Oh, no, really?
reinvented the pose, right? This is not the pose you draw.
it's slightly different. I think.
Yeah.
It's I like the hand coming up here. That's really nice.
Yeah.
And I also like how they've included the pencil on the side. So
Yeah.
you can, just finish
You
it.
know how it's an artist's photo when they include their little drawing implement.
I just imagine that the
Exactly.
pencil got dropped like the mic dropped. It's like,
Yeah, bam,
Yeah.
check that out. Exactly. Very cool. Next up, we've got.
Oh god, this
Wow.
this is
It's
incredible.
great.
Yeah, I think this was probably the funniest entry we got, but it's quite reflective of like the actual gameplay that was quite unique about this one. So a lot of them they show the ancients doing things, but this one's like this is an actual game scenario. So he's using the peace spell on the spell towers.
I like that sort of like a mix between Jal and Sebastian
From-
from Middle of
Yeah, I did wonder what was going on with his legs, but
Well, you never see his legs. You don't know. He might
Yeah,
have.
and he kind of invented it. And it's very nice that he gave him panties, which is,
yeah, it's very modest.
yeah. Very considerate. Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. I'm just gonna scroll back up quickly because we actually had questions
Oh yeah.
from Xander440. He was asking, any plans to extend the map?
Oh right. I believe any plans to extend the map will be happening via campaign maps for the time being. Is that right?
Again, I would say Alex probably is the best person. But,
Yeah. Not
not
that we can say at the moment. Because we're just artists, we don't get to make the design choices behind the game, but someone like Alex does. So probably a better question for him. But if we were told that we were going to be making an extension on the map, then yeah, we'd be doing that. That'd be great.
So basically, if you get the direction from Andrew,
Yeah.
then you will.
Yeah, if he draws like some extra
You know
squiggles
right
on the
now.
map, yeah.
Very cool. Okay, next up we've got Zard.
Yeah, this must have taken a
From
lot of
Mercenaries.
time.
Yeah.
This one, I was looking at it, all the lines and everything. It must have taken them quite some time to finish that.
So
I mean, they've nailed the pose and everything is very close to the original.
yeah,
So they've nailed that.
yeah. My first impression when I saw this was like someone went mental with a biro. Thing about biros is you can't mess up once because every line you draw is permanent. So somebody spent a lot of time on this, and you can't erase any of it. So that's great.
Yeah, and I like how under the malice it got the special RK sign, right? You know,
Yeah.
the little diamond and
Yeah,
the
the
line
little
comes
separator.
out. That's really attention to detail.
Again, the instrument they use to draw it is.
Yeah,
Is in there, yeah.
nice work.
Very cool. Next up. This is
Oh,
definitely one
Haruna's
of my
not here anymore.
favorites.
I wish. I don't actually know what the word is going down the side, but there's a little heart at the end.
Yeah. If anyone out there knows Japanese, let us know what
Let
he's
us know,
saying.
yeah. This is coming from Mint Crew.
Yeah, I should have asked what the text meant, but it made me laugh.
It's so cute for Baymore.
Yeah.
I'd love the artists to get in contact and say why they're like, why they look tired with the
Oh,
little
true.
sheds. I'd love to know the story behind it.
Baymore is
Yeah.
sleeping
I love
with
to see
their
a
eyes
toy
open.
like that.
Well, you can see the Zeds coming out, so they're asleep, but they got
And dribbling.
Baymore sleeps with their eyes half closed.
Probably sleepy, right?
Sleepy maybe? Sleepy after
Is
casting
it-
lots of
Oh,
spells.
So-
sleepy and hungry, let me eat you.
And there's a little bit of drool coming down.
Yeah, it's hungry, right?
I like this. This was a cool style to see, really cartoony.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Yeah, we didn't have a lot of sort of different like reimaginings basically.
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
Characters, which is
So
really cool to see.
always really cool to see a variety in art styles.
Mhm.
Yes.
Next up, Guild Arts brings us this another Silverwork engineer.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, I like this. It's quite current as well because of the event and everything.
Yes.
Political.
And I love the like the contrast with they've used some real blacks in there to really define Sorek in the background.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he looks really menacing. You can tell he's the evil brother of the
Yeah.
two.
Yeah, there's
It's the black and white version of Andrew's, red fire, evil, and
Yes,
yellow
exactly.
fire, good.
This artist clearly understands what I was going for with the red and the white fire.
Yeah.
right.
Also pay attention to
Silence.
draw out the whole Rival Kingdom's logo,
Mhm.
which is really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, really.
nice
cool.
work.
Yeah, like the perspective is really neat, like him in the front.
It's like a film poster or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes, it looks like a film poster.
definitely.
Oh, right. Yeah, the face behind the mask.
Yes.
She was an anime all along.
So I think I put this one in there just because, I also wonder what does she look like under the mask, and it's fun to see people trying to, guess.
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And they still haven't fully revealed this little bit of mystery there. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, she's got blue eyes.
It's like,
That's
oh,
good.
maybe next time I'll show you the nose.
Keep him wanting more.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, very cool as well. And again, another a cartoony one, which is
Yeah.
neat. And what do you think they used to draw that one?
Photoshop.
Oh.
Well, Photoshop or something like Photoshop. It looks digital to me.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Cool. I was like, oh, is it watercolor? Is it? But no.
There.
Very cool. And last but not least, we've got
Oh, yes.
Uh-huh.
So this is,
Erovian.
yeah,
The
the,
iconic burner four veil
yeah.
together scene.
So I really like this one. It was cool to see Burner draw in a completely new pose alongside Forvel.
Yeah.
Very cool posing and nice facial expressions as well. You can see she's like, ah. My feedback for this one, actually, I really like the image, but it's a bit busy. So when I first saw it, I couldn't actually tell what I was looking at because if you squint your eyes, the two characters are overlapping each other.
Mhm.
It kind of looked like I could only see Forval at first, and then I realised, oh wait, no, Burner's there. So my advice is try to separate out the characters, not necessarily separate the silhouettes, but if, for instance, Forval was darker and Burner was lighter, then you'd be able to tell them apart. The problem here is I think they've used coloured pencils to colour some of it, and the background it looks to me like 2 ballpoint pens, but maybe not the best execution on the colouring, but I really like the line work. So
I think if it were just line, it would be a lot clearer. wouldn't it?
yeah. So one thing that might be really effective is scanning an image like this and using some software. Oh, do you want to grab Haruna? Just flood filling or colouring one of the characters a bit darker than the other. But yeah, really nice line work. Maybe try a different approach with the colouring next time. So we've actually got a Japanese speaking translator coming in to figure out what Banemore was saying or what was written next to Banemore.
Yeah, let's go back to find Banemore. I'm trying to remember.
Oh, just
Crew, right?
There you go.
Hi guys.
Say hi. Oh, let me say hi to Haruna, everybody.
Hi, Haruna.
Yeah, that actually says Banemore.
Oh, it just says Banemore.
Sorry to give you a surprise, but yeah.
Mystery solved! Yay!
We should have been able
We
to figure.
should know.
I know bloody katakana. I should be able to read that.
Yeah.
We both
what about
learnt
that?
some
Yeah.
Japanese, so we should.
Oh no.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you,
Haruna.
Haruna.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay. Whoops,
Shame-
sorry.
shame.
Banemore.
We're ashamed. Lies.
Shame.
Shame.
Yeah.
Shame to everybody. Okay. Well, wow, okay. Thanks, you guys, for sending those in. We love looking at them. Very, very cool. And now we're going to move on to your favorite.
Favorite.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. This is the moment of truth.
Dun, dun, dun. It's Viscaria. It looks like it's watercolor. I'm guessing it's watercolor. It might be gouache, but it's really nice. It's tricky using watercolor. You don't have a lot of control. If you go wrong, you have to start again. So, you know, this person has got some skills in the watercolor department. They just put a lot of detail, and I just love the variations in color throughout the wings.
Yeah.
Because he's made of like leaves and stuff anyway, the nature ancient, they've just really captured it really nicely. I really like it. The only one thing I would say, I don't know what the 50 is.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Is
that
it a
is.
level? Is it a level
It's
50?
the level cap of an epic Viscaria.
Yeah.
And she's epic when you first get her.
Oh.
So this person probably has a level 50 Viscaria.
Yeah.
So he's showing off.
Yeah.
In more ways than one. Very cool. Yeah, no, this one is definitely very, very impressive. Like all the little details and
Yeah. It's amazing color work. This one, out of all the entries, I think this one stood out the most to me as being best use of color.
Definitely, yeah.
next, oh, by the way, that was by Daydream. I didn't even say who did it. That was by
Cheers, Daydream.
Congrats.
From
Thanks.
the Kingdom Cinquanta. Next up, Vicky. So your favorite sent in a few submissions, and I know you've got like
few,
one.
God.
A few. It's quite a lot actually. We were really impressed by the quantity, but as well as the quality, which is insane. He's a really, really good artist.
Very
I think
cool.
we should show a few of his work because it was actually really hard to pick a favorite. They were also good, and it comes in many different forms as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that one person had sent in all of this
Yeah.
because there's quite a lot of variety as well in the submissions. So.
Alright. Let's take a look at them, shall we?
Oh.
I think it's very flattering for
Alright.
the kingdoms. Okay. So this is I'm pretty sure this is like Sorik and Anir when
Yeah.
Anir's younger. This is just like I mean, on its own, it's already a very good sketch, right? But it's also telling you the brotherly love, there's emotions in there, and the background there's a mountain and a sigil there.
You know what's coming.
I mean, you just have to win the sleeping stone, right?
Yes, Ricky.
Yes. So this is one of them.
Okay.
And this is also at some point Martin's favorite.
Yeah, I really like this. This is obviously Siku. In fact, I'd love to know also. I'd love to know some stuff about it from the artist. I'd love to know what these sort of ghostly faces are coming off the hair. What's that's about? I guess it's just like because she's quite a dark character anyway.
Yeah.
I guess.
She's nasty.
Yeah.
There's souls of people that she's
Well, she
ended.
lures people into the ocean. And
Yeah.
then she eats their skin.
Chomp.
Just the skin.
Just
the
the skin.
skin.
and
It's the only
that
bit she
keeps
likes.
her immortal. So I'm guessing those are like the souls of the,
The
drowned people
skinless
she ate.
souls.
Yeah. The
But
a
in a
great
way, this
skin
is a
souls.
beautiful female face illustrations, I would say.
Really, really pretty. Definitely. And then
Marionette.
makes another comeback. Yeah.
Again, this is like another pose of her, and she's like looking so interested in playing with her dolls, which is really cute. And yeah.
I love the little detail, the marionette written at the top, and it's got the strings coming from
Yeah.
it.
I didn't even notice that.
Isn't this one of the artworks that we received that kind of spurred this whole idea of
I think so.
showing
Doing
off
fan
artwork?
art,
Yeah.
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 Exactly.
I mean, all of these, the qualities are so good. Like, I don't really know which one is my favorite.
Well, we've got another.
This one like blew me out the water.
Yeah. I
So-
mean, it's from the same person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he draws on paper, and now he draws on a model too. A figurine, sorry.
So I can't remember if these are Moneys or Dunnies. If you know the right one, put it in the chat. But they're for those of you that don't know, they're art toys that you can buy blank and then paint them up yourself to however you want them to look and add parts to. So it looks like they've made a fan as well.
Yeah, that's so skillful, and fox ears.
Yeah. Well, the fox. I don't know if the fox is one
Can
of
you
the
get
models.
ears?
Maybe. I'm not too certain. But if they made the foxes as well, then yeah, even more respect. But this is fantastic.
Yeah. Very impressive. And then we've got your favorite.
Oh yes, sorry. This is my favorite thing. I just really like the clean art style of it, and it looks very professional. And you can see there's two characters, and then one's top, one's bottom. It's like you can see it flipped as well. And yeah, and it's a
It's
card.
great
and it's-
design. Yeah.
it's got a sigil. I only think that this artist actually sent us quite a few versions of this, but like different random method. This is just the one I picked, which is like two tones, very contrasty, very strong, very graphics. But I think this one is a bit squished height-wise. If it's just like a bit longer, I think it'll be even better.
I think that this is would be a good basis to make an actual pack of cards.
Cards.
Rival Kingdom
Yeah,
cards,
Rival
Yeah.
Kingdoms
yeah.
card.
Definitely. I like how it's, Anir and Silric, but
Yeah.
also Space Ape if you think about it.
I was.
Ah.
Oh dear. I like
Love
how.
Mirror's hands.
Yeah, I was just about to say negative space with their hands is a really
Yeah.
good idea.
Crazy, yeah.
So great stuff.
Now, let's move into Sam's favorites.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a couple here from the same person.
Yeah, that's right. So we had another person who submitted a lot again.
Yeah.
Where the heck do you find the time for this? So all of these submissions were done digitally. I'm assuming they were done in Photoshop. It looks like this person knows what they're doing. This was really cool. Grave smashers, Mauler climbing up into a graveyard. He's been smashing some graves. Great lighting,
Yeah.
nice pose. I like that they've managed to draw. You can tell it's a Mauler right away, and they've come up with their own pose and composition. The blue crystals on the back just really catch your eye. So really nice work. Is Grave Smashers the name of their kingdom or?
I don't think so. I think it's Legends. So
Oh right, okay. So no idea where Grave Smashers is from, but I'm glad something's been smashed.
This one comes from Caius Brutus.
Mm.
I can see it on a t-shirt. I could totally see that on a. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I think the hammer's handle just needs to be a bit thicker. It's
Yeah.
a very big rock on the stick, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, if that's something to look out for to change, then maybe think about the hammer's handle, because it probably would fall off and hit his foot quite quickly. But otherwise, great work.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, really cool.
This was epic. Solric doing his power fist pose, with the the fire elemental in the background. Really strong face on Solric. You even got the specular on his nose looking really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so nice shiny nose. It's very important for Solric. Great pose and great idea. So this was really cool. One thing that I was looking for when I was going through all the entries was, if I'm looking at it really small and I'm just flicking past which of these can I tell what's going on right away. And with the last two, because the silhouettes are really strong, you can pick out, okay, this is definitely Solric, oh, this is definitely a Mauler. Some of the other entries may be a bit noisier, or maybe it's the media that they use to make it doesn't read quite as easily, but this stuff is fantastic. And also, not that they're simple so much that there's nothing else to look at, because it's definitely the case. And you see Solric at first, and then you have a look around the image, and you're like, oh wait, there's a fire elemental behind him. You can see the face there and all the different body parts floating about. So that's really cool. So you got a nice bit of depth to them. So great work.
Yeah, really, really impressive. Like the background is nuts.
Boom.
Very
I was really impressed when I saw the amount of submissions coming in.
definitely.
I had no idea there's going to be so many. So it's been quite a journey having a look through them all and trying to pick
and
ones.
even picking a favorite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Really
definitely
tough.
spent a lot of time trying to pick ones like that.
Yeah.
There are so many of them.
Yeah, no, and I think there were, like I said, like close to 100 or
Yeah,
something.
it's
So,
great.
Yeah, very, very cool.
I think they can still send stuff if they want to send, just for.
Yeah,
You know,
we
to have a
always
look at.
like
Yeah,
looking
Yeah,
at
we
fan arts,
we
actually.
definitely love seeing your artwork. So
Always.
even if you're not going to win a prize, send something.
We'll
in.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
we really do.
we'll send you an apple or something.
The event, if you want to do a last little.
That's why I came back.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
I really wanted to go home, but I was like, no.
Wow.
So the event will start tomorrow at 11 a.m. GMT. The event is a kingdom event, and you will earn battle points by participating in battles. You'll earn additional battle points by using fire boosters or Anir or Solric in battle. Through the event, you can win 2 flaming. Oh my gosh! Now I've said it so many times. You can win 2 sleeping flame sigils, as well as a sleeping flame magma stone. Now the magma stone is for a legendary ancient, so it is quite difficult to obtain. This will be the second legendary ancient available in the game, and you get to choose whether you want to make Anir or Solric your legendary ancient. So that's really cool, actually. I'm actually going to push my kingdom to push for it, so hope I get it, but probably not.
Nice.
Yeah. So that will start tomorrow, and it will last, I believe, for 72 hours. Oh, I know it will last 72 hours.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah, that's the event.
That's
Cool.
the event. Okay. Wicked. Oh no.
Cheers, Andrew.
Scared of that.
I guess I should plug it as well. We'll be doing some sales for Black Friday. So if there's any ancients that you that you don't have, that you might want, keep an eye out, because there will be bundles rotating throughout tomorrow and a bit of Saturday, and it's already started. So and keep an eye out for the ancient you might like. We've made sure that all of them will rotate through all of the time zones. So regardless of whether you're in Europe, America, or China, you'll have your chance. So stay tuned.
Very cool. And last but not least, you guys have been asking us about this for a long time, and we can finally say that next week you guys should be looking out in our streams, our news feeds, on social media, because
Stronghold 16!
it's coming. It's gonna be big, and we're gonna start to tell you about it next week.
Yes.
So stay tuned. Make sure you tune in next week because we'll tell you a bit more info. Yeah, it's gonna be big.
Yep. Just
We're-
like the castle.
Just yeah,
That
and it's
Stronghold-
beautiful as
that
well.
Stronghold
by the way.
16
That
castle.
Stronghold
And
is
Martin
beautiful.
designed it.
All right, yeah. Sorry.
Ah.
And I made it, Andrew, okay?
I love the Stronghold 16 castle.
I had no involvement.
Oh.
Hang your head.
Thanks again for tuning in. Make sure you guys tune in next week for some Stronghold 16. And happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Thank you, Art Team, for coming.
Yay.
Thank you guys for sending in your art. It
Thanks,
was
Oz.
amazing. Yeah.
Cheers,
We
guys.
never clap usually, so this is cool. Yeah.
They made a really awkward clap too.
See ya.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Laters.